Hey there, people. What's going on? Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time check. It's 9:45 here in Dhaka, PM, night time. So tonight we are starting the holy month of Ramadan for us Muslims. It's going to be about a month, around 1 month. We do fasting, and those who do not know, it's basically one of our religious, how to say, festivals that come up after 1 month of like fasting, which is called Eid, EID. So we have two Eids, which is this one, and after 2 months we have another Eid. So these are just like, if you're following from some other state, like you have Christmas, you have Puja, something like that, or some of the other Buddhists, you have your religious, festivities. We have this one, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to shed a few pounds as well if I can control my diet. But I would like to wish all of you Muslims once again happy Ramadan, those who started, and I wish this month will bring you a lot of rewards from God, as well as I want to say a few things about Ramadan, but I'll also talk about some other stuff in the second part of the video. So Ramadan for me, when you grow up, if you do not know, I'll just let you know our culture a little bit. It's like this time, we have to wake up around 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. like this. Depends on the cycle of the year. And we'll have early breakfast, okay? It means we eat heavy. And then we fast from morning all the way to evening, like 7 p.m., 6:30 p.m., depends, like around this time. Other parts of the world, sometimes it's shorter day, longer day. Some part of the world, they even fast for 20 hours because the days are so long, so something like that. So though that's very, very challenging. I think some of the European countries, people work, so in the meantime, you have to do your work, regular life. You cannot eat or drink. You cannot have, your that stuff that you do with your partner and stuff. You cannot do those. So you are not allowed to drink, smoke, all those things. And this actually is a very strong test of human character, because these are the things we every day, imagine we cannot drink during daytime. We're so thirsty, and then we realize like the pain of people who do not have access to fresh water, like some African countries. This is what I believe, this is what I learned. I'll just share with you. I could be not 100%, I'm not the most religious guy out there, but every religion has its beauty, which I appreciate, and I just try to learn, and I respect every single festivity. I'm not an extreme person. A lot of people, when they're religious, they are of extreme nature. They think others are sinners and stuff. I think it's absolute garbage. People are people. They are creation of God, and God knows who's good, who's bad, what's in everybody's fate in the world. So for us, we have to understand one thing. We not only observe our religion, at the same time we have to respect others who live with us, coexist with us, and that's what respect brings. Respect, that's it, simple thing. So basically this time what I understand is that time, you cannot eat or drink. It helps you realize the poor and needy. Sometimes when you realize that, oh man, I'm hungry, I don't have food, I cannot eat food, then you realize some of the other people who are hungry, how maybe they're feeling, so that makes you realize, okay, maybe, I appreciate, I should not waste food later. These are things that teaches, these are good things people don't broadcast. People broadcast all the extreme nature. Oh, my religion is good, yours is bad, so boom, so this is not religion for me. Religion should bring peace, something good, makes you a better human being, teaches you discipline. I like to follow the good things. So in the meantime, what I follow, since we grew up, I follow that we have to be not rude, as less rude as possible. Like usually, let's say I'm a person with a lot of cursing words and I get very angry. It's in everybody's nature. Everybody gets angry and fight, and we do these things. But during this month, we try to reduce or minimize the amount and try to be kind to people, strangers on the road. We try to donate to poor and needy. We do not scold people that much. We forgive each other. These are the spirit of Ramadan, I think, in terms of the whole understanding. Obviously the prayers, you have to submit your prayers and all, but most importantly it teaches us to be a better human being. And not, maybe we cannot hold this on for whole year, but 1 month at least. People say it's purification of soul as well as your body, so you become perhaps better person, right? So I hope you guys observe a good month. If you don't fast or whatever, I don't judge you, okay? Let's say you are not a believer, everything is fine. Many of us, we do not understand this one thing, that say we live in multicultural countries like Malaysia, right? So there is also strict rule that Muslims cannot eat during daytime. They're supposed to follow the Ramadan, but at the same time, non-Muslims, they're allowed to eat in open, let's say McDonald's or KFC, or during the lunchtime, during something. You can sit next to them, and then as a Muslim, people practice this. It They see other people eating, they are not bothered. I've seen nice Malaysians, like who are religious, very awesome people. Malaysians are very religious, if you know Malays, and Indonesian, also in think some of the other countries, Brunei, Singapore, the Muslims are very, very, in general, very religious. They pray 5 times a day. They observe this months, and they do zakat. Zakat means charity and donation to less fortunate, like a taxation. So this thing happens. So basically, what I understand, the people, they wouldn't get bothered if others are eating in front of them, because the teaching is the temptation. When you look at food, you shouldn't be like, real Muslim, good, strong people, they do that. They do not do this because if someone offered them, let's say, $10,000, they wouldn't break their fast if they're believing in God, they fear God. The reason being, they're doing this for a purpose. Many rich people also. It's not the poor people only fast. Rich people also do this, and they understand one thing: this power, money, whatever they have is temporary in this world. We are here for only a small, brief time. So like if you are more down to earth, I think God rewards you more, you're happier, stuff like that. And whatever I have, I try to do a little bit of charity, like poor people. If I have extra cash, I give them. If I can, I buy them food. Every year I try to do something. Okay, so it makes me feel very, very happy. And when you do this, last thing before I close this topic is, I really feel we make a lot of wrong doings every day. We do sins. Obviously, we are human beings, and we all have faults. But when you do help others, when you do good deeds, one, two, three, four, five, it sort of like negates, or you cancels out your bad deeds, and you maybe God forgive you. When people pray for you, they say, "Thank God, thank you for giving me money." They appreciate, and they make dua. Dua means prayer from their heart. Those really, really helps you in that difficult time. You'll see sometimes you're in great trouble or danger, but you went past it. Maybe you have prayers from your parents. Some people, if you don't believe in this, you think it's a BS. It's okay. I fully respect you. It's okay. You don't have to believe the same thing. But when I feel there's no harm in this, if you feel something is spiritual, is real. Okay, I'm not the perfect Muslim. I'm not very religious, but I also like to believe that you should not harm people. Very first thing, you should not eat others' rights. Let's say someone's property, you steal it. Someone's money, you steal it. These are not good. When you do practice good things will happen. And I believe one of my ustads, one of our teachers, professor from Sudan, this guy was a legend in our university. He said, I believe personally in USA, Europe, they practice more Islam than us Muslims. Think of that as a deep meaning, because he visited all over the world. If you go to Islamic University, International Islamic University, he is still there. He's married to a Malaysian, and he's a fantastic person. I'm not going to take his name, you find it. IIUM, he's one of the doctors. He said the amount of food we waste during the Ramadan month, it shows we're animals. Okay, if you just do not eat, it's not enough for Ramadan. You have to understand, you have to respect, the whole idea of it. You have to appreciate that many people do not get to eat even once a day. And if you waste so much money during iftar, or food rather, on iftar, it basically means you learn nothing. Okay, so there you go. Second part, I would like to say a few things from my personal life. I like to share, because a lot of the reviewers, they remain anonymous or very remain their privacy. You do not know what they do in real life. But we know, like guys like Steven, he's a teacher, and he's we call him the professor, right, in the Fragcomm. There are many other guys, like some of the other ones, they're musicians. Some of them, they work with perfumes. They have their own perfume line, like that. But I like to share sometimes few things, but mostly I stay alone. Nowadays, I don't have that many friends, and there's a reason for it. I would like to let you know, and I'd like to share with you. I was not like this. I was a very social person when I was young. I was very popular in my uh, sports teams like football, cricket. I used to play, and I did not like studying in school. I liked only few subjects which the teacher was very interesting, but if the teachers are like not really inspiring, I did not feel like studying, because studying for me felt like a punishment. I felt like I want to play sports, all day. So what happened was, I always wanted to lead. I want to be a leader. I always say this. And I moved to Malaysia. I was the leader. I always organized games, tournaments, events. And I noticed one thing: more and more I do these things, more and more people hate me, And obviously, maybe I have my faults and all, but at the same time, when you're at the the leading, like you are the leader, you'll make a lot of decisions which will make some people happy and some people they'll be sad. Let's say you have a team of 15 members, and in the match time, in cricket match, you have to choose only 11. I have most players who are very, very loyal and they were a team person, but some people are so selfish. Some of the kids were like, if you do not get selected, they will sit in the bench, do not help the team, do not carry the bags, do not take water to the field. And I saw like 2-3% like this and in my team, and these people used to badmouth about me because I did not favor them. It was not like I did not, I was biased. I had to choose the best possible combination for the team, right? And in the process, I don't want to make anybody happy. I want victory for my team. This is my first goal. Many of the people don't understand that. They take their favorite people and they lose the game and they're still like, oh no, it's okay. For me, no, it's not okay. For me, I will choose the guy who's from Sri Lanka, from Kashmir, India, Pakistan, not my countrymates sometimes who are not maybe the best player, Afghanistan players, I had multiple, internationals. So my own people, Bangladeshis, they did not like me because I was not favoring the Bangladeshis. I did not believe this, when you have the power, you should not abuse. You should not put like 8 out of 11 players all from Bangladesh. That's not right because I have guys from Sri Lanka who are quicker bowlers. We have better batsmen from Kashmir, or Afghanistan. We have like super fast bowlers, all rounders, So I did that and I felt like I wanted to work for my team. My team was my love, was my family. So why I'm saying this, when you do this in the process over the years, you have to make some tough decisions. And I did not make any soft decisions in my team. And which is why many people, they started forming teams or groups against me and they started, complaining about me in the university, blah, blah. And one point I just realized that I'm the most hated guy. People even came to attack me and I just canceled the tournament. I did not want them to play. I was very, very rude and I just gave up. I didn't love the team. I hated the team. That team, the last team that I had, I absolutely hated it. These people were the most selfish, immature, bad mannered kids. And I realized the younger generation that came to our university, I was almost like out of the university. I was like doing my master's then, so I was very senior. And I saw these people don't have manners. And I realized with the younger generation, they lack few things like respect, like how to, have a proper, you have to show respect to elder, in the team or the seniors because they are the one who have been pulling the team for all these years. But then I saw like these people want free meals, free scholarship, free games, everything, but they will not want to listen. And I said, okay, you manage your team, no problem. I quit and I started playing for other teams, club teams and stuff. So more and more time went by. I started losing friends. I used to have a group where we used to go singing, in joint events. And then we used to perform, like we had guitarists, tabla players, keyboardists, vocals. And then in the team, in the group, we started seeing that this new kids came and they started doing things, started, making politics. And I absolutely hated this. And my real friends, who were real friends, they joined them without me doing anything to them ever. So what I understood is out of jealousy because they feel like, no, he's doing all the things, so what? He shouldn't be the leader. So this is what I realized, that people just want free services. They want to enjoy free picnics, events. They don't want to do the hard work. And I said, why would I do the hard work for community? Even recent times, the fragrance community in Bangladesh, I tried to do an event during the last winter. I do a fair bit of work for the community. I'm the one who do work every day. And there are many people who also do that, but I thought I had my back covered. Even some of my best friends did not want to attend because there was maybe excuses like, I don't want to pay the money, I don't want to go so far. Thing is, people would be where they want to be. And I've seen some recent events where some of my best friends attended and I didn't know, I just realized. And I just realized, man, what friends? F all the friends, okay? I don't want to have friends. I'm very happy with, I don't blame anybody. Everybody has the right to live their lives, but I just realized there's no sense of loyalty from friends. People just love you as long as they need you. As long as you have a group, they can utilize it, they can sell their stuff. Apart from that, people don't like you if they cannot use you. So basically, it's like this. Give freebies, donations and stuff, then you are an awesome person. Everybody loves you. You sell something, then some people don't like you because they're asking for money. Oh man, why should I pay him even though he's doing the work? He doesn't deserve it. I deserve it, right? So they think like that. And some people are like this. They want to use you. In Bangladesh, this is the other type. They want to use your premise. And once you say no, they'll be like, why don't you want me to use your premise? How dare you? And imagine how insane this is. Like, people just are so entitled, they think we deserve this from this guy. He should do free videos, he should do free promotions. They call me to their shops, businesses. They don't offer any money, and I'm thinking, one guy even told me it's insane. He said, bro, this new perfume came out messy, it's $150. I want you to buy it and then review it so we can have some sales. So you understand like how retarded this sounds. I'm sorry about that word, but that's what people think. Like, I'm like, I'm here to do free service, is it? So I closed all the groups that has sales and all. I don't want to do any free job. I want to work for myself, right? So this is how slowly with time people become bitter and bitter. People get betrayed. People get that, no cooperation. People get no loyalty. And when you see people actually backbite about you, they speak behind you, and you see that your friends are not really your friends, you start losing, respect for people. And mostly when you get older like me, you see that you have very few friends. If you have some good friends, I'm happy for you, you're lucky. If you have some friends that you always know them for number of decades, I'm very happy for you. Maybe you are lucky, you're a good guy, maybe I'm not a good guy. But I cannot stand few type of people's liars. I don't like people who are two-faced, who are selfish, who waste a lot of my time. This is very important. Don't let people waste your time. Whatever, you may have free time, you may have like money to spare, you may have time to spare. People will always use you and they'll never respect you. If they get a free service from somewhere, if they get to use your car, your whatever, your premise or whatever, your facilities, and they never appreciate you, never respect you. Okay, because to them you are a free shop, right? And people who are just newer, people who are very strict, I notice like they are in so much, this state, like this, I'm the boss man, blah blah. They act like they're super big boss. People go running after them like, oh man, I respect that guy. So part of this is how respect works in the community. There's no value for guys who work hard only. Okay, some of the companies, they think, oh, this guy's working for free for our reviews, everything. Why should we send him bottles, support them or mention them? I don't mind, because it's okay. I do whatever makes me happy. Last part I would like to finish with, these are a few type of people. If possible, avoid them in your life. This is my life lessons. I have the premise so I can talk, and I'm pretty sure some of you may agree with these points. First category of people, when I was saying liars, I said this before. Whoever lies with you, if they know you, do not know you, if they're closer to you and they still lie to you, red flag, absolute red flag. You do not know maybe what's the intention, maybe they do not mean bad, but whenever they lie to you for even small tiny little matters, there's something wrong with that. They don't trust you, and you cannot trust them. They may do things that you regret. You'll be like, oh man, if I knew earlier I would leave them. So liars are like cockroaches. Okay, I'll use a very harsh term. I hate liars. I hate people who lie for no good reason. If you're lying for a good reason, I understand. But imagine, I'll give you a tiny example. One of my friends, one of my so-called best friends, I have a couple of friends like this, so they used to meet me and, very excited. They'd come over here. And then, suddenly something happened or something that they still say that you are their friend, but suddenly you see them in the area. They didn't ever call you or message you. They come from far and they came here to purchase some bottles or something, right? And you see them, they go like, oh, no, and it's embarrassing because usually they call, right? And then they come out and start making stories. Hey, no, I thought you're busy, blah, blah, blah. And the moment I noticed that, I did not say this to those guys, but probably they'll see the video and they realize I absolutely took myself away from them. I did not trust them. I used to share a lot over the phone, my personal information, this and that. And I saw when I opened and closed the groups, they were not very happy because they cannot take benefits by selling their bottles no more. So this is how people are. Okay. Yeah, people are not perfect and you cannot depend on people. People are nothing. I'm telling you, people are a lot of things, but at the same time, people are nothing. They are sometimes there, but they are not your absolute solution. People don't have the solution. If you don't believe in God, believe in yourself, believe in your family maybe, but people are not worth it. I'm saying this after being scarred for many years. Okay, people disappoint you, they betray you, they lie to you, and they break your trust, your life partner, whatever. You know them for 8 or 9 years, and you know that they just want to waste your time. Coming to time wasters, absolute shit people. Okay, sorry to say. You might not understand, but I'll tell you why. Some couples, you see them spending years after years in fights, unhappiness, this and that, and they don't want to let go, because breaking up is difficult. So keep it like this: I will go my way, I will date myself, and then the guy goes somewhere else. And they always fight, they have ugliness, they have terrible, every family nowadays have terrible secrets, right? So being in toxic relationship, this is the worst thing. You have so much pressure in your heart, in your head, you'll be fighting, shouting, and you lose your mind. You see, sometimes you cannot look at yourself and say, oh, I recognize this guy. You look insane, you feel like I'm going insane. It happened to you or not, I don't know. It happened to me many times when I was in my relationship. There's one, some of them are really, really horrible ones, people who just are toxic, and they just are crazy, insane people. They make you fight, and then they just make a matter from nothing. Women sometimes, I'm sorry to say, don't want to generalize, there are a lot of perhaps great women out there, but the ones that I met, sometimes for no good reason, you're just sitting there having popcorn, watching a movie, and then she start a fight for no good reason. She just brings something from past that you did 2 years back. Hey, you lied to me this time. I mean, like, I don't even remember, and if you don't remember, and imagine like she picking up a fight, you're just like your father. Something like this they say to you, you'll be like, what the f did you say about my family? And you start having fight. You don't need this. Okay, people who waste your time, they know that they don't have any interest to live in your life, I don't have any future with you, and they still pressurize you to stay because they need you, or maybe they want to use you for their time, whatever. you know Walk out of it. Liars, cheaters, time wasters, these three type of people, if you date, you're absolutely dead. You're heading towards doom. Everybody heading towards doom. But if you want to find peace and happiness, it's very important. If you have a good life partner, she can change your life drastically. I did have that some part of my life, definitely. I mentioned my ex. She did a lot for me, but at the same time we had terrible fights, and I just saw we don't have any respect for each other. If you don't have that, don't continue. Don't continue family, whatever, because you're just hurting each other. You're destroying each other life, trust, sensitivity, humanity. And those people, like, let's say you break up with them, and she's gonna go mess up the life for someone else, and you go mess up someone else's life. Not needed. You need to find mental peace. If you're not happy with yourself, if you cannot like yourself, if you cannot respect yourself, how do you expect other people to do this for you, right? This is the wisdom that I feel I have. And some people feel like, yeah, I'm a social outcast. I am, proudly, because perhaps there are some qualities in me. I have lack of patience, I'm very angry, I have diabetes, so I have memory loss, I have vision problem, so I have short fuse, so I don't want to go out socialize, maybe because I'll misbehave with other people. I don't like people talking so much. I don't know people, and they just, they say, hey bro, you want to meet up for coffee, and in 3-4 hours you just have to listen to that, and maybe you just feel so sleepy you cannot give and go because it's rude, right? I don't like to do social jobs no more. With all due respect, I have nothing personal against anybody. It's just I like my little corner, my work, whatever I do. I like working, reviewing, decanting, whatever, and then go around. Sometimes I just go to places just for the feel of it. I just go out, just go for a drive, go to a restaurant. I love food, you know. And I think these are the things that I enjoy. So these are positive changes I've brought to myself. I watch cricket games, watch movies. I just roll around in the bed for nothing. Just relax and stuff. So give yourself time. Do not depend on people for happiness. Very simple. I'm not an alpha male or anything, but I think nowadays relationships are overrated. Marriages are overrated like crazy. Unless you find that very right person that you can talk to, if you have communication and you build each other's confidence up, or you push yourself each other in, to excel in life. If those things are happening, you have very happy family and everything, great. That's the perfect family. I just am happy for people who ever have that. But I know many people who are not happy. They're not happy in their marriage. They always say, man, I hate that woman. I really wish I could kick her out of the house. I could just leave, just close the door and just can sleep in peace, because I hate that woman. Imagine that. That's horrible, right? So there are a lot of reasons people are depressed. They are not okay because they don't, really face each other. They just break up. I had like this kind of breakups because your partners don't know, they're not eager to, they don't know how to talk to you. If you say open up to me, they say, hey, you never talk to me. You try to talk, nothing happens. You just do and then leave. You know what I mean? So if someone leaves you without any good explanation and they cheat on you, which happened to me, I'll tell you frankly, I don't want to disrespect someone, but I see cheaters, I leave them. I have huge scar, from the relationship. Perhaps it will take years to heal. I will not jump into relationships or whatever, but I learned one thing, that moment I see these red flags, there's no happiness, there's just nothing, there's no respect, there's no trust. Moment you cannot trust someone and you see someone with someone else and they lie to you about these things, that's it. That's it. They are dead to me. Obviously, it will hurt for a long time to forget about all those things that you went through and your nice time and everything. But my suggestion to you, if someone doesn't value you, doesn't love you, and you can see they're lying to you and they're just making excuses not to meet you no more, these are just signs like it's time to say goodbye, no matter how much it sucks, right? So yeah, keep these things in mind. I just like to share with you a few things. That's why you see me sometimes I'm not doing so good, but slowly, I don't want to fake it. Don't fake your emotions. If you're sad, you are sad. You're down, you're down. If you're happy, you're happy. But if you fake, hey man, I'm so happy, so it doesn't matter. Screw that, you know. But actually, you feel like you're crying and breaking down in the corner of the room, and you show that you're a tough guy in the society. It doesn't help, right? Face yourself. If you need some time away from yourself, and just say no to people when they want to meet you and then want to see you. Give yourself time. The best thing is if you can live with yourself in the nature, in the world, you'll be okay with anything. You just need to be that strong. Okay, so whatever you do, don't fake it. Be real. Love yourself enough and love people who care for you and they're there for you in difficult times. Have a very nice month of Ramadan, guys. I am sorry I took so much of your time, but I just love talking to you once in a while. Those who watch it, love you so much, and keep me in your prayers. I will also pray for you. Take care. Bye bye.